chains, harnessing IoT, digital twins, and AI-driven simulations. Yesterday, we discussed the digital twins. What are the types of digital twins? What is the role of digital twins in supply chain and operations management? We also discussed one case study of agricultural food supply chain and how we could use digital twin to address some of the the complex problems in logistics and supply chain management. So in today's session we are going to do some hands-on practice with digital twin using any logistics software. I have given you a little bit idea about this software in yesterday's session, so we will see now how to use this software to do the supply chain modeling and analysis. So these are the learning objectives of today's session. At the end of the sessions, you will be able to explain or understand the capabilities of the anyLogistix tool for supply chain simulation and optimization. As I said yesterday, the beauty of this tool is you can do the optimization and simulation simultaneously. If you look at some other tools that are available in the market, or I would say in the academic literature, they are dedicated only either for optimization or simulation. As per my knowledge, I don't know any software where you can do the optimization and simulation simultaneously. Then navigating the anyLogistix interface. So we are going to do the modeling from the scratch. What is the interface? What are the options available in that tool? How do we set up the model, and then how do we analyze and solve that model? Then building a digital twin of a supply chain. We are also going to talk about how we can develop the digital twin in that software. And then last one is the visualizing and interpreting results, because developing the KPI dashboard is one of the important things in your supply chain modeling and analysis. Okay, suppose you develop the model in any language or any the tool, so you need to develop some interactive dashboard so that you can managers, all the the expert, the people who are not expert in that area, they can easily understand what you want to see, how the supply chain performance is affecting because of the various factors that we can do with the visualization and interpretation of results. So model based decision making process. So say let's assume how basically first how does the decision making process work in any organization. Suppose you are working as a logistics manager or supply chain manager in a company, and the top management want to increase the profit, or they want to expand their business. What are the options available to them? Suppose if they want to expand their business, what could you do? New product, new services, new market areas. Suppose if you want to try the new products, new markets, what do you need to change in your supply chain? Yeah, you need to set up additional facilities. That facilities could be the your manufacturing plants, distribution centers, all those things. Suppose your management decided to expand your business in one of the areas that you or the company doesn't cover in the existing network, and they wanted to set up a facility. How do they approach this problem? They want to expand the business. For that purpose, they decided we want to set up a new factory. How do they approach this problem? Tell me. Okay, so markets means, do you means customers? Okay, then so you first start analyzing the who are the customers, what are the reasons, where the some you do the market research, where you get the the demand, more orders. That's the one thing. What else? Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Location. Who will be involved in that overall decision making? Saurabh, is there any problem? Okay. So guys, you don't need the Wi-Fi for that tool. Some students, they have already downloaded the software and it is available in the pen drive. Could you please pass that pen drive? Just take the copy of that software and install on into your laptop. But make sure that he has got the Windows one. If you have got the Mac, then you need to the different copy. Okay, to run that tool we don't need the internet. Just to install that one we need the internet. Got it? So yeah, so what were you saying, Venkat? So basically you need some team to decide that facility location problem. You want to set up a factory. Okay, so how do that team approach? Suppose you are leading that team, you want to find out that facility location. How do you approach that problem? Hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay, yeah. So suppose the company wanted to focus on one specific product, whatever the car, clothing, or something like that. Okay. So what's the next step in that one? Okay, you decided the product, you know the area, you know the potential customers. What is the next step? What is the next step? Your demand side you are looking at. What about the supply side? Okay, suppose if you want to locate a factory in northern part of India, okay, you identify the potential customers, okay, customer base where you can get the orders. Then you need to see the supply side as well for that factory, from where you get the raw material and components. So the proximity to the your suppliers, you need to see where are your suppliers are based and how are you going to collect the raw material components from your suppliers. Then what's next? Suppose in northern part of India, if you want to set up that factory, do you randomly pick up any location? Then how do you, what do you do? Availability of raw materials, yeah, the customer base, that's done. But what next? Yeah, transportation facilities. But do you go with the only one option, potential location, or do you go with the multiple options? Yeah, labor availability, yeah, those are the all the factors you consider. But what I am asking, do you go with the single location initially, potential location, or do you consider couple of options? Couple of options, yeah. Based on the whatever the analysis research you do, you find out some 4 or 5 potential locations. Then you know the potential locations, you know the potential customer base, you know your suppliers from whom you are going to buy the the raw material components. What is the next step? Can you do the normal calculation, and you can say that to the, you can go to the management and say that if you locate the factory in Varanasi or somewhere else, this is your cost. How are you going to justify, or how are you going to solve that problem? You got all the data parameters. What's the next step? Okay, taking the different criteria and do the simulation. Okay, what else? Simple, you develop the mathematical model. You can't do with the qualitative approach here. Why? Because you cannot go and say in a subjective term to the management board, okay, if you open the facility somewhere in at point A, this will be the cost higher. They need some quantification. Okay, if you locate the facility at point A, what would be the my total cost? If you look at the factory at point B or C, what would be the my total cost for that location? So you basically develop a quantitative mathematical model where your objective is to minimize the cost. And what constraints would you consider? Supply side, demand side, availability of raw material, labors, all those constraints you consider. Then what's the next step? Once you develop the model, you solve that model. How do you solve that model? Solver. How do you select the solver? Hmm? Based on the problem. Yeah, problem what? Complexity. Yeah. How do you how do you decide that complexity? Number of variables, number of constraints. Okay, that you do. And suppose your model is linear, what do you do? solve with the exact methods. If your model is non-linear, complex, you go with some heuristic, meta-heuristic algorithms. Okay, then you solve that model. What is the next step? Do you directly send that results to the management board and say that this is the model, you use it and you will get the total cost? What do you do? Do you think that the management, they would understand this your complex mathematical modeling and algorithm? No. Then what's the next step? You have to interpret the results. You need to create some user interface where that they can just enter the some basic details, supply, demand, potential locations, and you will get the results, potential location or final best location. And then you need somebody who can interpret that results, why the model or algorithm is showing that one specific models, and then you decide, discuss those results with the management board. So that's the basically the overall model based decision making process. So you can see here, management problem, they wanted to open the facility. Okay, then they decided that team to lead that facility location problem, and then that team developed some mathematical models. Then you solve that mathematical model based using the algorithms, exact, meta heuristic or heuristic based on the problem complexity. Then you need some software to input the data. Then you get the solution. You need to find out some insights from that solution, and then you discuss that your insights with the management problem. So simplification of reality. So when you develop the mathematical model, what do you do basically, guys? What do you do? Suppose your problem is facility location problem. You identify all the problems, constraint, parameters, and in mathematical model, what do you do? Do you exactly replicate the model, exactly replicate the real situation in your model? Is it possible? No. Then what can you do? Assumptions. Why do you consider the assumptions? What is the purpose of assumptions? Simplify the your complexity. Okay, that's why. And if your assumptions are very strong, what could happen? Model become very simple. It doesn't replicate the exact the problem of complexity. So that's the assumption. So if you read any academic literature or any papers, at the start of the model you would see some assumption. Demand is deterministic. So what are the assumptions in this in this problem? Some examples. We know the potential customers, we know the potential locations of the warehouse or factory where you want to locate that facility. We know the our suppliers. These are the assumptions. Okay, so if you are considering the demand is deterministic, why you are considering that deterministic demand? Those kind of assumptions we need to consider. And when you give the assumptions, you need to justify it as well. Okay, why you are focusing on that assumption, or why you are considering that assumptions. So anyLogistix tool, as I discussed yesterday, this is tool is for designing the supply chains and managing them with the digital twin. We can do the supply chain design, modeling, optimization, simulation, and we can basically see from end to end, supplier end to the customer end. Beauty is combination. It combines the optimization and simulation, and it is based on the discrete event simulation. If you are using this tool for the simulation purpose, developing the what if scenarios, this is based on the discrete event simulation. Okay, so the arrival rate, departure rate, when it follows some kind of distribution, Poisson distribution, exponential distribution, then only you can use it. Okay, but other simulation like agent based simulation, or your system dynamic simulation, those are the simulations where you can solve different kinds of problems. Website is here, and as I said, personal learning edition is free for use. Okay, so supply chain digital twin, what are the some of the problems we can solve in the anyLogistix? So supply chain digital twin, as I said, you can develop the model, your digital twin model in this network, and there is a options to connect your existing databases in your company. Suppose you have got ERP or some tools, and you want to directly take the data from your that company's tool into this software. You can do that. You can connect that database to your company, and it will directly take the data from that one. You can design and simulate with one package. As I said, you can design the network, you can optimize it, and then you can simulate it as well. modeling supply chains as they are. You don't need to make lot of assumptions as well, you can simply model it is as it is. Simulation inside four walls. What is this simulation inside four walls? Any idea? Simulation inside four walls. Inside a room. Okay, good attempt. Inside the four walls means factory level. Suppose you want to analyze and optimize the your warehouse or factory, then you need how many workers are there, how many machines are there, what is their productivity, what is their utilization. You can model those things inside the four walls, means inside that warehouse, inside those factories, you can consider those factors. Uncertainties and risk analysis. So we have got one session for the risk analysis as well. So I will at that time I will tell you how to use this tool for the risk analysis as well. Again, very interesting application you can see for the risk analysis. Visualization and model transparency. So basically visualization means when you run this model, you can see how the vehicles are moving or products are moving from one point to another point, how the inventory is building up. All those visualization we can do. Measurement of every aspects, KPIs. If you want to see the financial performance, operational performance, or anything else, we can do that. So what are the some principles of this tool? So first one is it makes possible to develop real life examples for many of the most important supply chain management domains. So first thing is the facility location planning. If you want to solve your problem, facility location problem, you can use this tool, and it follows the center of gravity method for single and multiple locations. Suppose you have got the customers, okay, and you need to find out the best locations for your facility, distribution center, or factory. You can use this tool to find out one location. Suppose if you want one facility, you can do one. If you want multiple locations, you can do that one. Network optimization using mixed integer linear programming. So it has got basically three important scenarios: greenfield analysis, network optimization, and simulation. So in greenfield analysis, we do the facility location problem, solve. Network optimization, optimize the whole supply chain network from supplier end to the customer end. And then capacity planning of distribution center. Suppose if you want to vary the capacity of the distribution center, if you want to decide that capacity, you can do it here. Inventory control policies and ordering rules. Yesterday I asked you what are the some inventory control policies. So you mentioned EOQ, economic order quantity, then minimax policy is there, RQ policy is there. So those kind of policies, basically you don't need to practically implement those policy in your warehouse. You can just model your network here, and then you can use different policies, and then you can see what is the impact of each policy on your supply chain performance. Sourcing policies, single sourcing, multiple sourcing. I hope you know what is the single sourcing and multiple sourcing. I think in first lecture I talked to you about Sony Ericsson case. Have you looked at how Sony became Sony Ericsson? Any idea? Because of this only, single sourcing. I will explain that case study as well when we talk about the risks. Very classic and famous case study about what happens if you don't look after your suppliers. Transportation policies, full truckload policy, less than truckload policy, and what could happen when you follow this kind of policies. Batching in transportation, production, and sales, and bullwhip effect and ripple effect. This you can also, because these are the parts of your risk analysis. Key questions that could be answered using anyLogistix. First is what are the best location. As I said, facility location, what are the best location for your facilities, distribution center, or production site. What are the best policies? It could be your inventory policies, sourcing policies, shipping policies, transportation policies. We can do the analysis. How robust is your supply chain? Robust and resilient. What will happen if we change our inventory policy? What if scenarios? We talk about developing the different kinds of what if scenarios. So you can develop those scenarios, model the network, and then develop scenarios. Couple of scenarios like what happen if you change your inventory policy, what happen if you increase the distribution centers capacity, what will happen if demand changes. During COVID-19, what happened? Which products demand increased? Electronics. What else? Pharmacy, what else? Important. Food, essential goods, all the pasta, all those things, packed products, food products, demand was drastically increased. And what happened to the non-essential products like furniture, constructions? Demand was drastically decreased. So if you want to simulate those kind of scenarios, you can do here. What happens if your demand increases by 50%, 75% or something like that? You could do here. What will happen if we add a new product in your existing supply chain? And what does an out of stock event cost? Suppose you are facing an out of stock issue, what will be the impact, how much loss you can get because of that event? You could do those kind of analysis. So there are two ways of supply chain modeling in this tool. First one is the analytical modeling, that uses optimization models to investigate the supply chain. You develop the model, then you solve with the optimization like greenfield analysis and network optimization. Second one is the simulation modeling, that uses a set of objects and rules. So in simulation, we define all the entities involved in your supply chain. We define the flows, how the products are moving from one point to another point, and then we try to identify the interactions between those members. So this is a overall those two ways. First one is the, you can see analytical methods that uses linear programming, heuristic, mixed integer linear programming. So in this tool, greenfield analysis and analytical network optimization, they use these analytical methods, and basically the solver, they use the simplex. And if you know simplex, it depends on the branch and bound algorithm, some other exact algorithms. So and then for dynamic simulation, we have got the agent based discrete event, but basically this tool covers the discrete event. But if you go with the anyLogix, the parent company of this anyLogistix, they have got some agent based, system dynamic based tools as well. So we have got three important scenarios here: greenfield analysis, network optimization and simulation. What do you do in the greenfield analysis? Facility location allocation problem you can solve there. Network optimization, optimization of the whole supply chain network starting from the supplier to the customer end. Simulation, then if you want to develop some what if scenarios, or if you want to do the risk analysis, you can do in the simulation, and then you get the results, and based on the results, then you do the data driven decision making. Analytical methods versus dynamic simulation. So there are three kinds of decision making we looked at in the first session: strategic level, tactical level, operational level. So what are the strategic level decision makings? Long term. So facility location allocation, basically this is a long term decision. It needs huge amount of investment, and the time period is like 5 years to 10 years. Okay. So here you can see abstraction, what details you need basically. So analytical models are good for your this long term decision makings, like facility location, flows, where to build DCs, where to stock products. GFA means greenfield analysis. Where to stock products means network optimization. You want to decide where you want to keep the products in your supply chain network, either DC, the retailer, or somewhere else. Master planning. Then second level is the your dynamic nature, that includes transportation planning. Suppose if you want to optimize the transportation route, optimize the cost, distance, transportation policies, inventory and sourcing policy planning, fleet size optimization, if you want to optimize your fleets available at your factory, bullwhip analysis, risk analysis. Those kind of problems you solve with the, again, analytic and plus simulation method. Then dynamic simulation. Dynamic simulation, as I said, inside four walls. Inside four walls means within your factory, within your distribution center. If you want to analyze how many laborers are there, how many workers are there, machines, and how their performance is affecting your supply chain, that you can do in the inside four walls. So an overview of this anyLogistix process. Basically, the first stage is you need the input data. Okay. So for example, you are solving the facility location problem using greenfield analysis. You need who are the suppliers, where are they located, then what are their capacities, then who are the customers, how much products they are ordering, and then what are your potential locations. So you develop scenario there, scenario 1, 2, 3, n number of scenarios. Then once you got that input data, next you need to do the experiments. So experiments, as I said, Analytical methods, if you want to focus on the analytical simplex, GFA, greenfield analysis is there, and network optimization. But if you want to do the simulation, then you have got some what if visualization, then the discrete event, and finally you get the results output data, and you analyze those and enhance your business decisions. The good thing is about this tool is that suppose you solve the facility location allocation problem, you get the results. Okay, you get the results, then you can convert that results into the optimization model or simulation model, and then you can do the further analysis of whatever the results you get. Okay, so I will explain that as well in when we solve the model. Okay, so how many of you install this tool? Raise your hands. Almost everybody. Okay, you haven't installed, am I right? Do you have the laptop? Okay, last bench, have you installed it? Okay, I will quickly tell you because I have to also install that tool here. Okay, so go to the anyLogistix website, and then go to the download, and then you, as I said yesterday, there are two options: personal learning edition, this is for studying and teaching purpose, and you have got professional one if you are doing the consultancy business, so you need to buy this one. And you can see the experiments. So greenfield analysis, you can do multi-column, current network, GFA with roads. I will tell you what is that GFA with roads. Network optimization, because professional license they have got some additional the features compared with the free version, but free version is nice to understand how the tool works and all those things. Basically in the professional version you can solve more complicated problems, that's the only difference. Simulation, what if analysis, budgeting, risk analysis, those kind of things you can do here. Then general model size, you can see system requirements, this is for the Windows and MacBook, you can see the all those things. So let me download the free version, it might ask me to enter the some details. Okay, don't know. I think I don't know what's happening. It's working here, but I don't know it. Okay, let me see one thing. Let me open my Gmail. Or can you do one thing? Who has got that PD? Can you give me the PD? Yes. I think there is problem with some internet or something. Okay, any logistics setup. If you are downloading from online website, when you click on that web link, it will ask you to enter your details, name, university email address, the contact number. Just enter it and download that tool. Why is it taking so much time? Saurabh, is it allowed to install on this one? I don't know. Okay. No, I have got the PD. So software is there on the in the PD. Okay, it's coming. I think so. coming. It is taking a little bit time. Please open that tool if you have already installed it. I haven't installed. I thought to show you how to download and install it. Otherwise, I would have downloaded it. Was it taking this much time for you guys? No? I don't know. It's very small file. I don't know why is it taking. It's because of internet. I think so. Pen drive issue. Okay. Oh my goodness, what did I do? How long does it take, guys? Any idea? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Because if you download on the internet, within fraction of second it will get installed. I don't know. I have got the academic license in my laptop, but I wanted to show you the personal learning edition. Because why? If you develop the model and if you use the different versions, the answer will be different. That's why I wanted to show you the free version. Come on. There is no way to connect laptop as well. Am I right, Saurabh? Okay. Is internet working at your in your laptop? No. Goodness. Yeah, it's done, guys. Updating the component registration. Has anybody tried to model something in that tool? No? Okay, don't worry. No, Saurabh, don't share now. Don't use don't open that file, guys, because you don't understand. Then we will start from the scratch, and after some time then you open that file. If you just use it, then you don't understand how to develop the model in that one. My purpose is to show you from the scratch. Otherwise I would have shared that file and just asked you import that file, run that model, and that's done. It may take another 5 minutes to open it now after installation as well. Okay, so meanwhile what I will do, okay, so we will until it gets installed we will see couple of other things. Now what happened to my power presentation? Okay, okay, so demo I am going to do it. Okay, so greenfield analysis. So what is the objective of greenfield analysis? To determine the best location for your facility. It could be manufacturing plant, distribution center, retailer, while fulfilling the customer demand. So when you locate the facility, your objective is to minimize the transportation cost, or it could be to minimize the facility location cost as well. Definition, as I said, GFA, it uses the center of gravity analysis to identify the optimal location. It considers the demand, supply, customer orders. Consider, as I said, consideration, it looks after your customer location, demand, value, distances for potential warehouses. Comparison with the brownfield analysis. Do you know what is the difference between greenfield analysis and brownfield analysis? Is anybody aware of brownfield analysis? Greenfield analysis means we don't consider the existing network. We know only the customers, we know the supply, we don't consider the existing DCs or facilities. Brownfield analysis, we do the analysis existing networks. Existing networks means suppose you have got already existing network, and in that existing network already 2 facilities are there, 2 plants are already there. You want to set up a new facility, third plant, that is called brownfield analysis. Greenfield analysis, you don't have any facilities in the existing, you know the customers only, you know the supplier only, but don't have any distribution center or factory. So that is your greenfield analysis. Let me see if it got installed. Okay, so methodology, it needs customer locations, means customer coordinates, latitude and longitude, demand per customer, potential warehouse locations, decision variables, new locations for your facility, latitude and longitude, cost calculation. How does it consider the cost calculation? What is the demand of each customer and what is the distance? So it considering those 2 factors, it will calculate the transportation cost. We don't need to define it, basically transportation cost in greenfield analysis. Whatever the demand is there and whatever the distance from that potential location, it will automatically calculate that transportation cost. It tried to find out the coordinates for the new your location that minimizes the total transportation cost. Outcome is basically it follows the center of gravity method. Do you know the center of gravity method? Any idea? It considers all the customers and it tried to locate into the center of that all the customers. That is center of gravity method for the most cost efficient facility location, and it uses gravity models to minimize the inbound cost. Inbound cost means which cost? Supplier to DC, supplier to factory, and outbound means DC to your customer base. So this is our case study. Okay, so what is this case study? Suresh, a supply chain manager at a German-based retail network, needs to decide where his company should build their new distribution centers. Okay, and how many centers they need to open to minimize the supply chain cost. So the company retailer, they wanted to open the new distribution center. They know the suppliers, they know the customers, but their focus is on to how to minimize the total supply chain cost. So what data they have got? They know the customers and their geographical locations. They know the products as well and what is the unit of that product. They know the customer demand, per kilometer transportation cost, distances in the supply network. So then Suresh started gathering the data by asking sales and marketing managers to estimate the annual demand, because demand is important parameter. So Suresh started looking after that annual demand from customers in different regions, and then grouping those regions into 10 major markets. So basically analyze the demand from the various regions, and then he grouped those demands into the 10 regional markets. So basically 10 customers are there. Okay, this is not the individual customer, we are considering the aggregated demand at that potential node. Afterwards, Suresh asked the transportation manager to estimate the company's shipment cost as well. So what is our objective here? Use the anyLogistix to help Suresh improve the distribution center network. The following steps will show you how to do that. First, we need to create a scenario and define the supply chain structure. Structure means who are the customers, where are they located, what is the demand, all those things parameter. Define the supply chains, customer demand, transportation, sourcing policy. Second step, then parameterize the sites and policies, means which policy they are using, inventory, shipping policy, transportation policy. Perform the greenfield analysis to determine the best location for one warehouse or for many warehouses. Create KPI dashboard statistics and collect statistics on supply chain performance, and simulate the supply chain design with the new greenfield analysis. Once you get the one location DC to locate, then use that location and then simulate what if scenarios. So that we are going to do it. So first one is the create scenario and define the supply chain structure. Okay, so you need to start adding the customer, their locations and the demand. Let me see, hopefully it should have done. What happened? Venkat, come here. I don't know why is it not coming this side. That pop-up window went there. This one. Just don't close it. Don't close it. No. Oh, it got installed here already. Yes.
But here,
No, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Let me open that one. Yes. Personal. Hopefully it should be done. I don't know. Loading 8% initializing workspace.
problem with PCs.
I don't know. Can't do that. Checking database. Yes, yes. That was it. Yeah. I'll see. Pen drive. Wait. Do you, who wants? Just a second. Yeah. Let me install it first. Whenever you need something, the problem comes. Yesterday and day before yesterday everything was fine, and today we wanted internet. Problem is here. How many online participants are there? Venkat, any idea? Just inform them, download the tool, and then. Okay, good. It is taking a lot of time. So this is the data, guys, input data for that tool. I will show you basically. So these are the 10 customers. This is Europe based German based retailer. So these are the 10 customers. Okay, what is the product? Water. Demand type is periodic demand. What is periodic demand? Any idea? Sorry, fixed time. What about the quantity? Does it change? Periodic demand means customer orders in that specific period, 5 days, 7 days, the quantity, that's periodic demand. So the what is the period here? 5 days. Each customer places an order for every 5 day, and then what is the quantity they are ordering? This is the quantity, 10, 12, and what is this? Latitude and longitude. So these are the locations of the customers. Tell me, what is the importance of this latitude and longitude? Why do we need them? Distances. Suppose if this latitude and longitude is not correct, so the model will calculate the different distances and then it will show you the different answers. So that's why you need to check the latitude and longitude of each entity present in that model. Okay, if there is any difference, because you can normally go onto that map and you can place the customer, all those things. What happened? So until it gets started, I will show you the what you want to do. Experiments. Okay, so we want to define the optimal location for single warehouse. We have got the, how many customers are there? 10 customers are there. We want to find out the single distribution location considering the distances, transportation cost, and then a demand. Then what is the next task? So in the first experiment we are predefining, we want only one DC, but in the next experiment what is our criteria? The maximum distance from your DC to the customers. How much do you want? Service distance. That distance should be maximum service distance 300 kilometer. Means all the customers should lie within that 3 kilometers of a radius of that DC. So that's our second one. So there we are not restricting, we want 1 or 2 warehouses. Our focus is on the service distance. Okay. So first criteria is, our focus is on the, we want only one DC. It doesn't matter whether you travel 400, 500 kilometers, it doesn't matter. We want to locate only one DC. Second is, our criteria is service distance. Same error. Somebody had got this error, am I right? Oh my goodness. Close. How did you sort out? Restarted. Whole session will be affected. Oh my goodness. Saurabh, what is the solution? Shall we connect the internet? Then what about the online participants? Yesterday I installed on the Saurabh's laptop, and within fraction of second I installed it, I run the model, everything, and I thought it would be fine today as well. Venkat, do you know how to take this window this side? That window, pop-up window, just bring this side. I don't know, I'm trying. Not that one, this one, yes. Close this one. Sorry, open this one. Let me see what is showing. Saurabh, we'll do one thing. We will restart the PC.
Restart the?
PC. Then the
It will be disconnected, yeah.
Sir, Wi-Fi will be disconnected, right?
Wi-Fi will be disconnected and the whole
No, there is no Wi-Fi. It is connected to the LAN.
LAN connection is there. I don't think so there.
Connected to the LAN. Don't worry.
But will there be any problem on the online YouTube? What's the solution there? I should have done this yesterday.
It's not showing the option here to pin or maximize.
If I close it, the whole whatever I think it installed, it is showing, and I don't know what's the problem.
Is it because of not copying that to the system? You are directly installing it from the pen drive.
That might be the problem. Then you are saying that first copy it.
Then
Can you restart it?
Restart. It will be disconnected for 2-3 minutes. ये इधर भी नहीं आ रहा है.
वो भी इधर नहीं आ रहा है, इसको इस साइड लेके आइए. Restart. Guys, we'll take 5 minutes breaks. Okay? Yeah. We have a coffee. जो ये है सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करने के लिए उसको पहले कॉपी करना पड़ता है क्या? मैंने वहीं से पेन ड्राइव से सीधा इंस्टॉल कर रहा था. और डू यू नीड टू कॉपी इट ऑन द पीसी फर्स्ट एंड देन इंस्टॉल?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं सर.
मैंने जैसे पीडी लगाया है ना पेन ड्राइव, तो उसी से मैंने वहाँ एक फाइल है उसको सीधा इंस्टॉल कर रहा हूँ.
कोई बात नहीं. कोई बात नहीं।
अरे वो आया ही नहीं है यार, वो सब लेट
पीजिए सर, पीजिए।
अभी हम कर देंगे, कंपनसेट कर देंगे, वो आएगा उसको डलवा देंगे, लेट है यार वो। स्नैक्स और चाय का अरेंजमेंट करवाया था, वो भी आया ही नहीं है।
जब भी आप वीडियो भेजते हो तो आप एडिट करते हो ना
पता नहीं किसका
वो
है।
एडिट होगा
तो
सर।
अभी ये आधा एक घंटा ज़्यादा चलेगा तो उसके बाद में जो बीच वाला है ना उसको एडिट कर दीजिएगा।
ठीक।
सैटरडे संडे डिनर जो है, सैटरडे संडे, सैटरडे को लोगों को मैच बंद रहता है ना, इसीलिए करा है। ठीक है, अब यहाँ तो करेंगे टेक्निक्स हो रहा है, यहाँ तो हम लोग वही मुश्किल करेंगे। ठीक है, जब तुम्हारा सेशन खत्म हो जाने का फायदा क्या है? अब खड़गपुर में मैं भी सर जैसे ही कॉल करते थे, विदिन 15 मिनट्स वो आ जाता था। क्या है? साढ़े थी रिजॉल्व हो वो। अच्छा अच्छा, बताइएगा फ़ोन करके, ठीक है। हाँ, सब बच्चे फ़ोन से कनेक्ट कर रखा है ना अपना लैपटॉप, ठीक, पढ़ते पढ़ते, हाँ, ठीक ठीक। अरे चंद्रभान जी, नमस्कार नमस्कार। अरे यार, ये कह रहे चाय वाय भी पहुँची नहीं, यहाँ ब्रेक हो चुका है 10 मिनट का। अब वो चाय यदि मान लो पहुँचेगी नहीं, 12:15 बजे तक फिर क्लास स्टार्ट हो जाएगी। अरे नहीं यार, वो जो आपका वो आया ना गोलू, उसको मैंने कल का ये शेड्यूल सब बोला, सर हमको दे दीजिए, मैं अरेंज करवा दूंगा। तो हाँ, तो 12 बजे उससे बोला था कि 12 बजे चाय चालू हो जाएगी। अभी तक तो यार चाय वाय कुछ आई नहीं, वो भी पता नहीं कहाँ, कह रहा कि सर टाइम लगेगा 10 मिनट। हाँ हाँ, फिर क्लास में करवाना पड़ेगा वो सब, है ना। नहीं, चाय समोसे थे। हाँ हाँ, ठीक ठीक ठीक।
तो ज़्यादा टाइम ले रहे हैं दूर होने में ना।
कौन सा है सर भाई?
ये ओपन करिए एनीलॉजिस्टिक्स वाला पहले। कुछ नहीं, बहुत इसकी छोटी है साइज़, और आई डोंट नो कि क्यों काम नहीं कर रहा है। मेरे लैपटॉप में इंस्टॉल है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि उसका ये रिकॉर्डिंग का इशू है ना।
यस सर।
डिसअपीयर हो गया पता नहीं। ये एरर क्या करें?
क्या है सर?
तो एक काम करिए, इसको अनइंस्टॉल करके पीडी में है रीइंस्टॉल करेंगे सॉफ्टवेयर। मुझे लग रहा है वो सही से इंस्टॉल नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि एक स्टूडेंट को भी सेम प्रॉब्लम आया, तो उसने क्या किया, पीसी रिस्टार्ट किया और आ गया। नहीं, पहले भी ऐसे ही हुआ था। मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, उसको अनइंस्टॉल कर दीजिए टूल को और फिर से इंस्टॉल करेंगे। It's not working. I installed it, but it doesn't properly install. That's why. I will give you the PD. Don't worry. Your internet is also not working. If you have got the mobile data, you can connect the mobile data. You can download the phone. No. Sati, can you do one thing? Can you connect the internet Wi-Fi here, mobile Wi-Fi, just to download that tool? हम वहाँ से
कौन ये है ना सर?
हाँ वो है, उसको अनइंस्टॉल करिए।
यही है ना सर?
हाँ हाँ वही है, anyLogistix होता है। ठीक है, गेस करिए। अनइंस्टॉल इज वेरी फास्ट। आप पीडी में जाइए, पीडी में एक फाइल है शुभम, ये फर्स्ट वन वाला है। Is that file good now? That file is no file is good. When we download from the internet, just again fraction of second. It's very easy. Do you have any lectures after this one? Or
क्या
no?
उसको लो सो जाओ।
Don't worry, we will extend maybe half an hour or 1 hour.
5 GB के सर ये?
हाँ वही। कितने जीबी का है? हाँ अभी हो जाएगा, ये यही प्रॉब्लम है। हाँ एक्सेप्ट करिए, नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट कर दीजिए, कुछ नहीं, नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट। अब यहाँ ज़्यादा टाइम लिया था। टाइम लगेगा 2 मिनट 3 मिनट सिस्टम में भी लगा ठीक डिपेंड करता है सिस्टम पर hotspot, yeah, that is the last option here, because then once we use the hotspot, then we can directly download from the internet. That is easier compared with this one.
सर कैश मत करना, 2 मिनट लगेगा करने का स्टैटस
ठीक।
इंटरनल स्टैटस एक सडनली जंप मारा है।
Okay, okay, yeah, we had the same issue last time.
ये है भी तो
प्रोसेस हुआ नहीं
हो गया
हो गया है? क्या बना रहा है? वेरी yes हो गया.
Finally, thank you so much. Is everybody back? Okay. Sorry guys, sorry for the technical problem. I thought everything would be smooth, but sorry for that. Okay. So this is the platform anyLogistix. When you install it, you can see this window here. So we have got couple of options here: create scenario, import scenarios, help, training and events, video tour, blog, contact us, community. So here you can see the some import example. Okay, so these are the demo examples available in this tool. If you want to import that demo example, and if you want to run that model, and if you want to see the analysis, everything is already given there. Data is there, model is there, network dashboard is there. You just need to import it, and then you want to run that model. But before importing it, suppose I want to know what is that problem basically. For example, this GFA cold chain. What is this GFA? GFA means greenfield analysis. As I said, you can do three kinds of scenarios: greenfield analysis, NO network optimization, and the simulation. Okay, suppose if you go to this GFA cold chain, now I want to see or understand the problem first. What is the problem they have solved in this one? So you go to the details, hopefully it should work. Click on the read more. So it will take you their website. It will take you to their website, and it will show you what is the problem and what they wanted to solve in that problem. Let me see. Yes, it's taking little bit time. So when you click on that read more, you can see that it will take you to their website, and it will explain the problem. What is the problem, how many suppliers are there, manufacturers are there, all those things. Okay, so this is their website. Okay, and you can see this is the example GFA cold chain. What is the problem definition, everything is there. What are the locations, specifications, and you can see the picture of here, how many customers are there, what are the DC locations and everything. So for each and every demo example, you can import it from here. Suppose if you want to import this one, or if you want to see the problem, click on this read more, and it will take you their website, and then it will explain the problem. So this is good for your exercise. When you go home, then you can import this one. You can see what kind of problem they have solved, and data, everything is given in that one. You don't need to do anything. This is your GFA. Similarly, you have got the network optimization. You can similarly see the example and all those things. And sim means simulation. Okay, so that's done. Now suppose you want some help because there are various parameters, sourcing policies. So you can click on this help option here. Again, it will take you their website, and their website is really good, guys. It's excellent. Why? Have you checked their website? everything is available. Demo examples are there, video recordings, webinars are available, slides are there, Excel files are there, everything is there. You just need to watch those videos, download the Excel files and import into the tool and run the model. Okay, so here suppose if you want some information about statistics means KPIs, finances related, distance related. Suppose if you want some information about finances related, because in KPIs, suppose if you want some information about the profit, where is profit finances? Okay, so in okay, so here you can see profit. Okay, so if you want to know how does it cost calculate the profit, you can see profit, and it will show you how they are calculating the profit. So all those, so many things are there. Average cost per facility. Suppose if you want to search something, inventory policy, you can type here inventory policy, inventory, it will take you that table. Okay, inventory, what are the policies type, you can see here, these are the policies available in the tool. And if you want to know more about this policy, click on that policy, it will explain the policy, what is that minimax policy and in which case do you follow that policy. Okay, so everything, so whatever, suppose you are not familiar with about the any cost or any parameter like service level, service time, just come to this platform, type whatever you want to search and it will show you, everything is there, bill of material, small things are there. So that's help. Training and events, okay, so let me show, where is the website, training and events. Okay, so if you features, so features, this is their website, features overview, anyLogistix versus Excel, supply chain network optimization, simulation, supply chain digital twins, greenfield risk and so on. Business challenges, these are the some of the case studies they have given. Purchase, if you want to purchase academic license, then and resources, this tab is very important. Why? You find the case studies, they have got the book as well, you can download the book, examples are there, Excel files are there, white papers, video tour again excellent, demo example, how to develop the model, how to run it, webinars are there. Okay, and then they organize the conference as well, so they have recently organized 2-3 conferences and you can see the video recording of those conferences. So webinars, suppose if you want to building digital twin model with anyLogistix API, so this is not just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I think this is for the whole 1 hour or 2 hours, 1 hour video, so they have given step by step everything. Okay, so let me close this one and okay. Similarly, if you want simulation based risk analysis, everything is there, very user friendly. Okay, so that's the your training at video tour is done, blog, contact us, community done. Now we want to do from the scratch. Okay, so I already explained the case study, Suresh retail network, we have got the 10 customers and we want to find out what one DC location. Okay, so let's start with the create the scenario, click on the create scenario, then I am saying rename this even, I am saying GAN course GFA 1, something like that. Okay, or I would say GFA only, GAN course GFA 1. Then it will ask you, do you want to create the GFA, network optimization or simulation? I want to create the GFA. Why GFA? We are solving the facility location problem. GFA, start date and end date, when you want to run that model, so we want to run it for 1 year. That's, and if you want to add some descriptions, suppose German retail network, something like that, create. As soon as you create it, you can see this window here. So again, very user friendly, powerful, and you can see so many things here. So first of all, let's start with this. So on the top ribbon, you can see this is a greenfield analysis, this is network optimization, this is simulation. Greenfield analysis in the bracket 1, what is this one? We created just one scenario, that's the one. If you create another scenario, it will change. Okay, so this is your top ribbon and greenfield analysis. So here you can see that experiments, GFA experiment, GFA roads with the experiments, and the bottom left corner you can see where you define the parameters. So basic, you have got basic tables, all tables in use, what tables are you using in this tool one, and this is the map you can see. and here you can see the tables, what information you have given. So for example, this is the structure view. If I want to see the the another view, structure network view, you can see the network, and this is the, you can zoom in, zoom out. Okay, and these are the 4 icons. First one is the supplier. Can you see this green one? Green one, create supplier. Second one is the create the factory. Third one is create the DC. Fourth one is customer. Okay, that's the one. And then once you created the network, then if you want to see the connections, how each entity is connected, you can show straight connection, you can hide the connection, then you can filter out. Suppose if you want to see only suppliers and which sites, you can do it. If you want to name the suppliers, you can do it as well. So before going into that our case study, I will just show you randomly how to create the any the member. Suppose I want to create the supplier. Where do you want to create the supplier? Suppose I want to create in the Varanasi. Okay, where is Varanasi? Prayagraj, Varanasi. I want to create the supplier here. So just I selected that one. What is happening? No, it's not done. Why it is not working? Okay. Sometimes, as I said, the internet issue, and sometimes because of the features it doesn't work properly. Let me see it again. Yeah, I opened the 3 suppliers, that's why it was not showing. Now can you see this? It blocked me to add another supplier. Why? Because this is the personal learning edition. In the this edition you can only locate the maximum 3 suppliers. I already located, that's why it's saying me. Okay, so let me delete this one, remove. Okay, it is taking little bit time to load, that's why. So this is my supplier created. Then how do I check the location? Because you might have I located here exactly. Where have you located? Somewhere different places. How do you check the exact location? You want to see the latitude and longitude. How do I check that one? Go to that bottom left corner and type the locations here. In the filter, type the locations. Once you selected locations, can you see this supplier location? One row here. Can you see it? And can you see the latitude and longitude? Okay, so in order to make sure that the latitude and longitudes are correct, then only you will get the correct results. You can autofill the coordinates as well. For example, I want to add the another supplier. So another supplier at Delhi. Delhi, I am saying, let me see if it works. Delhi, region, country, I am saying India. Address I don't need. Let's see if it works. Autofill coordinates. Yeah, got it? I just entered the name of the city, India, and I clicked on the autofill coordinates. It automatically took the coordinates from the Delhi. So it should be there. Supplier, let me see. Yes. Delhi. Here, can you see this button here? Add. You can click the add here, and then you can add the locations, and then it will be. If you want to do the manually, you can do the manually. You can autofill as well. Okay, so this is our Varanasi supplier. Now I want to create the factory. Suppose I want to create the factory somewhere Mumbai. Okay, so there are 2 ways. You can click on this icon, go to that place, and double click here. There is another option. You go to this location, okay, Mumbai, and right click here. Go to that location and create factory. This is my factory. Okay, and how do I rename it? For example, in the DCs, and as soon as you created that factory, you can see that this table is updated here. Now I will rename it Mumbai factory. Can you see this Mumbai factory? This is Mumbai factory and this is your supplier. You can rename this supplier as well. You can go here and you can say Varanasi supplier, VNS I am saying, short form. Varanasi, supplier VNS. Now, where do you want to locate the warehouse? Randomly, tell me. Hyderabad. Okay, where is Hyderabad? Come here and then click here. Hyderabad, done. Now, HYBD, Hyderabad, your DC. You can change the color of this icon. How do I change it? Suppose I don't want the red color here. I want to change it. Can you see this button here? Icon, last column. Click on this one. Then you will see icons. So select the plus and then you can select the different one. Suppose I want this one, green. Done, done. Save changes. Can you see this? If you are not getting, ask me, guys. This is really important. No, once you understand how to develop the model, then rest of the things are very easy. Okay? So try it. Yeah, go. What's the problem? Can you come here? Which error?
Could not find the coordinates of the find the
Autofill. Are you doing autofill? Which location? Delhi. So yeah, it is not taking automatically. Or has it taken automatically, but you can't see the location on the map?
No, I clicked on the add button. I wrote the name of the city, Delhi, and then on the rightmost column there was the option of autofill coordinates, and when I clicked that, it's showing error.
What error is showing?
Could not find the coordinate of the defined location.
There might be some problem with the naming of that one, because you need to select the country as well, India, location. So that is just one option, but what I would suggest for the accuracy purpose, you do it manually. You do it manually and then you check it whether it is correct or not.
And what I have to write in a code?
Where? In code?
Yeah, first column.
Which column? In the same supplier's location you are saying? Autofill coordinates. Which table you are referring? Which table you are saying?
The first table, first column.
Let me go to the locations. You are saying this one, code? The code is just, this is for information. If you want to rename that, the supplier for your understanding, you can rename it. You don't need to, add anything else.
So in the second column, I have to write the location, means just like a Varanasi. Yeah?
Yeah, Varanasi, then city, then region, country, address, latitude, longitude. You could do autofill as well, but for the accuracy purpose, what I would recommend you, manually enter the values and then do it. If you do the autofill as well, there might be changes, some changes in the networks. Okay. So Hyderabad DC is done.
Sir, how to delete a particular row? Means if I do remove.
Okay, so it's very easy. Select this one, select this row. Can you see? It is activated. Remove button is activated now. Remove this one. Done. Select that row, remove it. Select row, remove it. I will sort out that. Don't worry. Yeah. Yes, so because we have autofilled it, that's why it doesn't show exactly. Yeah, it will work. But basically, again, I am saying that you do the first option, like select the icon, go there, create it, and then only check the latitude and longitude. In our example, we already know the latitude and longitude. Saurabh, have you forwarded the slides?
Slides for what?
Today's session to the students. Only code, the Excel files you have. Okay, no worries. We have got the coordinates as well. Okay. So now let me see. Control Z. Can I do it? Yeah. When I deleted it, then I did the Control Z. So my DC came here again. So let me show you something. Okay. So what I'm removing this Delhi just for the purpose, and then this is I'm deleting it again just for the simplicity purpose. Our supplier is at Varanasi, factory is at Mumbai, DC at Hyderabad. Where do you want to create the customers? We'll say 2 customers. Customers, suppose first customer is at Kota. This is one customer. Then I go here in the customers and I rename that customer. This is a Kota customer. Done. Then you similarly you can change the color. If you want to change the color of that one, go here, add the icon, whatever the color you want to select it, and then you do it. Okay, this is done. Next customer, where do you want Chennai? So let's say next customer is at Chennai. So this is my next customer, Chennai. So basically this is our network. Just this is demo purpose. Okay, supplier, then we have got the quota, customer, factory, then DC, and then two customers. Okay, so you can then see the network here, structure view. All these supplier, Mumbai factory, Hyderabad DC, and customers, they are not connected. Why? Because we haven't defined all the parameters. That's why they are not connected. So if you want to see the labels, you can see the labels as well. Go to this show button and click on the labels, then you can see the labels of each entity. This is supplier, quota, Mumbai factory, Hyderabad, Chennai. If you want to filter, suppose I want to see only the suppliers, I don't want to see this one. So just filter out supplier, okay, apply, and then you don't want this one. Okay. When we connect everything, then it will this filter will also work. Okay, so this is my connections. Now we need to define the parameters. Okay, we need to define the parameters. So bottom left corner, basic, how many customers are there? Can you see anything there? Customers in the bracket, two customers. If you have got 50 customers, it will show you customers, 50 customers. Demand, why demand 2? Two customers are there, the two demand, one demand for periods. This is how long you are running that model, 1 year. You can change the period as well. You can go here, you can change the period. If you want to add the period, you can add the period, remove the period. Demand coefficient, what is demand coefficient? Tell me. Demand coefficient 1, what does it show? Number of orders. In our case, within 5 days that customer places an order, whatever the quantity, 10, 20, 30. So demand coefficient is 1 at the moment, your normal demand. If I say demand coefficient is 1.5, what would happen? If I say demand coefficient is 1.5, what would happen? What? Yeah, that's correct. 50% increase. So the demand coefficient, suppose you model the whole network and now you want to vary the demand for all the customers. You don't need to go to that individual customer and change it, because we are changing for the whole customers. Suppose initial demand is 100 for all customers. Now you want to increase that demand by 50%. Come here to this table and change the demand coefficient 1.5. The demands for all customers will be increased by 50%. Similarly, you can decrease it. You can make it 0.8, 0.7. All the demands will be affected because of that one. Got it? What is the purpose of demand coefficient? Then products. Here you define the products. So product, suppose I am defining water. I am just saying water. Okay, and then it will ask you the unit. I am saying meter cubic. But suppose if you have got some product like pieces, you want to say water bottle, how many water bottles are there, or anything, ton, lb, kg, foot, liter, all those things you can do it. For most of the times, for the calculation purpose, meter cubic is good. So that's why you see in many examples meter cubic is there. If you want to add second product, how do I do that? Add button. Go to the add second, whatever it may be, bike for example, bike, and then unit is pieces. Is it correct? So basic table is done. Now look at the all table. Here you can see all the tables available. Okay, so customers are there, DCs and factories. DCs and factories. So how many DCs are there? One DC is there, and factory is there. So in the type here you can see factory, Mumbai factory. Type you can see factory is there, factory yogurt factory is there, because this is a different kind of example. Yogurt factory, DC online shop, DC with staff. If you want to model the how many workers are there inside your DC, you can go with the DC with staff and DC. Okay, then location Mumbai, inclusion type include, consider, exclude. What is the purpose of each this option, guys? Any idea? We are saying Mumbai factory, we are saying include. What does it show? If I say exclude, the model will not consider that factory. Can you see? It disappeared from here. I am saying consider. What does it mean? Change the, you are saying that if that location is not working, you change the, okay. Anyone else? What is the purpose of consider? What data we have in the our greenfield analysis? Customer locations, their demand, supplier. For example, if you have the supplier, what else? What else? Potential locations of DCs or facilities. Potential means they are not the already located there. So consider means that is a potential location. We are telling the tool model anyLogistix that you could consider this potential locations. If you want, you can set up the factory there. So that's the purpose of consider. Okay, so this is currently we are saying include Hyderabad DC, again same DC, and then you can see the some options here. You can change it. Demand. Customer, quota customer, Chennai. What is the product? Water. Suppose we have already added the bike. If you want to select that product, you can select that product. Okay, I am saying water. Demand type. What are the options available? Periodic demand. So in our German retail case, what is the demand type? Periodic demand. The interval is 5 days and the quantity is different. Then periodic demand with the first occurrence, and then historic demand. What is historic demand? Suppose you have got the past demand, you can select historic demand. When you selected the historic demand, it will ask you to define the parameters. Click on this total quantity, and then you need to add the some rows here. So if suppose you are you have got the demands for the last week, or what demand is per day, you can select this day, for example January 1st, and what is the demand? Demand is say for 50 products. Then on 2nd of January demand is say 100. Okay, similarly you can do it. And then what will basically it will do, the tool will consider that historical demand and accordingly optimize the whole network, and then find out the facility location, the location for locate the facility. What it? Historical demand. Then another one is the periodic demand with the, what is it? Periodic demand with the first occurrence. What is the difference between periodic demand and periodic demand with the first occurrence? Any idea? Periodic demand and periodic demand with the first occurrence. We are running the model for 1 year, from 1st of January to the 31st of December 2025, for example. And our first order or first demand is coming on, we are running the model for 1 year, but our first demand is coming on say 15th of February. So that's the meaning of first occurrence. We are running the model from 1st of January to the 31st of December, but when we are receiving the order, if you are receiving the order say after 1 month of starting the model, that shows. So when you select this one, it will ask you periodic demand parameters. So order interval, when do you want the first occurrence? I want the first occurrence say for example 10th of February, and select save. So what does it show? It shows that you are running the model for 1 year, from 1st of January to the 31st of December, but the first order will come on 10th of February. Because sometimes what happens, you run the model, or in practical situations, as soon as you start your business, because of some problems, you don't receive the orders immediately. There might be delay getting the order. So that's why that's the periodic demand with the first occurrence. So in our case, demand was periodic demand. and then when you click on the parameters, it will ask you first occurrence, first day of what, first day of starting your model, next day after interval. So interval is 5 days. So if you want to say the first order will come on 6th of March, 6th of January, so you can select that one. Random time within the interval. Random time within the interval means you are saying 5 days, and any time the demand may come up. So I am saying first day. First day means on 1st of January we will receive the order. And this is the order interval days, 5 days. Okay, when you click on these 5 days, you can say distribution, value, and then what are these options here? Probability distribution, exponential, gamma, log normal, normal, triangular, uniform. Suppose if you are not certain with the interval time, if it follows some kind of distribution, then suppose it follows the uniform distribution. Do you know the uniform distribution? What are some parameters of uniform distribution? Any idea? Mean standard deviation. Are you talking about uniform distribution? Mean and maximum. Mean uniform distribution means mean and maximum value. It shows that each value from this minimum and maximum value, there are equal chances of occurrence of that value if you select any value. That's one. And what you are Aman saying, if you go with the normal distribution, then it will ask you the mean, sigma, standard deviation. But I am saying uniform distribution, and then you say the exact interval days is 5 days. But if you want to say range, so I am saying it could be from 2 to 5 days. So when you say this, so what will happen? Uniform distribution, minimum is 2 days, maximum is 5 days. So there is an equal chance of occurrence of that demand within 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days. That is the meaning of your uniform distribution. Okay, and then for the time being we are saying exact, we know it is a 5 days, so I am saying 5 days. Then quantity, again same one, we know the quantity, how many products customers are ordering. Okay, so again distribution, we are saying value, but if you don't know, and if it is follows some kind of distribution, tell me, how do you decide the distribution, guys? Tell me, how do you decide the distribution? Yeah, that's correct. When you have the historical demand, you can analyze that demand, and you can follow, identify which distribution that demand follows, whatever the historical data, and then you find out the parameters of that distribution, and then you enter it here. Okay, so here at the moment I am saying distribution value, and exact value, and the quantity is 10. What is this 10? The order quantity of water, 10. What does it say? 5 means interval time. In every 5 days each customer is ordering how much? 10 units, but that quantity could be different. The interval time is same for each customer, 5 days, but the quantity could be different. Okay, so 10 done. This is parameters is done, and time period is all periods. All periods means we are running the model for 1 year. Okay, and then you can select. But suppose, for example, during COVID-19 what happened? During lockdown demand was huge, and after lockdown demand was normal. If you want to create that kind of scenario, you can create the 2 periods here. First period is during lockdown, second period is during the normal time. And during lockdown your demand was high, during normal time your demand was normal. So that's the use of your time period. Inclusion type, we are considering those demand. Okay, and then you can add, remove here, split rows, or generate. If you want to generate new customers, products, time period, you could do that one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so if you go to the periods here in the search bar, select the period. At the moment we have decided 1 year, from 1st of January to the 31st of December. If you want to select another period, you go here, time period 2. This is 1st of 26, now 31st of. Now come back to your table. What was that table? Demand. demand. Then can you see time period too? So this kind of you need to go there. You can select weekly, daily basis, monthly basis, and then you can see that updated tables here. So let me. So customers are done. DCs and factories. Okay, DCs and factories done. Demand, periodic demand, product, parameters, time period, groups. What is the purpose of groups? How many customers are, in this case we have got only 2 customers, but in our retail supply chain example, how many customers are there? 10 customers are there. Suppose out of those 10 customers you are saying that 5 customers, just I am saying the example, suppose you want to say that 5 customers are served by DC number 1 and 5 customers are served from the DC number 2. Then what is the purpose of group? Grouping means you can group those 5 customers in one group, and then when you decide the path you can select only one row and from one DC to all those 5 customers. If you consider the normal example, then you need to connect the one DC to all the 5 customers. So purpose of this grouping is we can reduce the computational time and complexity of the model. Rather than individually connecting the one node to the another node, we can connect one node to the group of customers or group of suppliers or group of DCs. Got it? Suppose now I want to group the 2 customers here. What I can do? Add, and I am saying all customers, okay, and then can you see description customers? So I want to group the customers. I am going here and it will show you how many customers are there. So I want to group both customers. Group, you can see this customer, I grouped it. Now when I connect the Hyderabad DC to this, I don't need to connect directly Hyderabad DC to Kota individually. I can select Hyderabad DC to this entity, all customer. Then it will directly go the flows from Hyderabad DC to both your customers. Similarly, you can group the sites, DCs and factory. You can group the suppliers as well, and you can do the grouping of all existing groups as well. So that's group location groups. So here basically if you want to group the locations, and this location it shows the latitude and longitude. Period groups, you can do the grouping of the periods as well. Periods, product groups, again products. Yeah. Groups. Okay. Okay, I am removing it now. We already defined those 2 customers here. Am I right? So model, the tool knows that there are 2 customers in this network. Okay. So here can you see the entity? Suppose here we are saying all customers. Here, okay. So I am saying that this top ribbon it shows the customers. Suppose if you want to group the suppliers or say sites, so if you go here and it will show you how many sites are there. Factory is there and DC is there. You can group it one. But I want to group the customers. So you click on here, then it will show you. Suppose you have 10 customers, you can group it here. I am just activating those and I am selecting it. Done? Any doubts, any questions? All clear? Then periods, product groups, products, sourcing. What is the sourcing? Single sourcing or multiple sourcing. Suppose if you want to add anything here, delivery destination. First column shows the delivery. So the delivery destination is first is the factory, Mumbai factory. What it will get? Suppose water. I am saying that directly water. Okay. Source. Who is the source for factory? Who is the source for the factory? Supplier. So you can see the supplier here. Why supplier is not coming here? Destination, sourcing. Okay. Okay, basically before that we need to define the path and all those things. Supplier VNS, it should come. Okay, I will tell you. So basically here you need to define the source. Suppose again next element you are saying the Hyderabad DC and the product is water and filter, source is Mumbai factory. So from Mumbai factory you are sending to the Hyderabad DC. Time period, all period, inclusion type is include. So that's the one. Suppliers, we have got already the one suppliers. Unit conversion, what is the unit conversion? Suppose your product is in so water, so unit is meter cubic. Suppose you want to convert the meter cubic into the pieces, or you want to convert into the liter, other things, you can do that conversion here. And units as well, you can mention all the units here. Suppose if you want to create the unique unit, you can create that one. Any doubts, any question, all clear? Okay, so let me see now. Okay, so here you can you see this top right corner plus button? You can create the scenario from here as well. Suppose if you don't need to go to the welcome screen, you can create the scenario from here. You can import scenarios. Import scenarios means what? The Excel file. Suppose if you have got the Excel files, you can import that Excel files, and import examples means demo examples. Okay, and these are the manage units. Manage units, suppose currency. So you have got currency euro, GBP, and then USD is already default. So we are defining the cost, monetary parameters, which currency you want. So you can decide that currency here, whatever you want, you can make it default as well. Okay, weight, again what currencies are available, and make it default. Volume, distance, speed, time, and conversion, you can see the conversions as well. Got it? Yeah.
Is it compulsory to store in the Excel file in a particular format, data in a particular
Yeah, that's important. Why? Because if your Excel file is not in a proper format, it will show you the error. Okay. So what I would suggest, if model is simple, model the that supply chain network directly into this tool. But if you want to input so much data, what you do, you create a small model here, like what this one, and you export it to the Excel file, and then add the whatever the data, everything there. Because suppose you have got 100 customers and you have to define the 100 demands, so it's very difficult here. Every time you need to add the rows, and then you need to add the parameters. It's very difficult. But if you export this file to the Excel, you can very easily add the parameters there in the Excel file. So how do I export this file? Let me see. If I right click on this one, this my scenario GAN GFA, it will show you export. You click export, and it will ask you where you want to export it. I am selecting the folder. I am saying somewhere, where is the downloads. Okay, downloads, export experiments. I don't want the empty tables. Okay, export. Exported it. Now I will open that file. Let me see. We'll see how it looks like. Yes. So this is our exported file here. Okay. So agenda means the initial, the settings, scenario settings, customers. We have got 2 customers. Can you see it? Kota customer, Chennai customer, and what is their location? Okay. Suppose now you want to add that 100 customers. It is very easy to add here. Okay, rather than adding onto that platform. Similarly, DCs and factories, demand. So you can see the demand here now. The occurrence, first day of occurrence, periodic demand. You can just extend this your column for the interval, and you can extend this column for the quantity, and then you can update this column. Then you can groups, customers. So if there is any problem in this one, if you don't follow that structure, and when you import into the tool, it will show you the error. That's why the easy option is to build some small model, or you have got the existing file, make the changes in the existing file, and then import it to the tool. Location, unit conversion, periods, products, sourcing, suppliers, so many things. Okay, so this is the your import export done. What else? Okay, manage, edit icons. You can edit the icons as well. Suppose if you want to edit the icons, you can edit the icons. Then setting is there. In the setting, you can see the what are the options available. Language, currently there are 2 options, English and Chinese language is there. And then what else is there? Show logs or welcome screen. If you want to go on to the welcome screen, you can go here. Okay. Then so where is my green field? So this is my green field analysis. Okay, done. Uh, welcome screen, help. If you want some help, so it will take you the feature request. anyLogistix community is there. Is there any doubt now?
No, sir.
All clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what's the our job? Have you got the Excel files? Okay. So there are 4 Excel files. Now import the first Excel file. What is that Excel file? Greenfield analysis GFA XLX. Import only one file. Look at here how I am importing it. I am selecting this plus button. I am saying import scenarios. I am not saying import examples. Why? I have got the Excel file. Import scenarios. It will ask you drag and drop or browse files. I am saying browse files. I am going to the folder where I have got the files, and I am importing that one first number file. Hopefully it should work. Done? Have you imported it successfully, or is anybody struggling? Have we imported it? Aman, done? Has everybody imported the file? Just import one file, don't import all the 4 files, just one first file. And when I am imported it, can you see this now? Greenfield analysis in the bracket 2. 2 means 2 scenarios. The first one that we created, and this is the one, our case example, the retail network. So what was that example? There are 10 customers located in Germany, and the supply chain manager Suresh, he wanted to find out the locations for the DC distribution centers. Okay, so these are our 10 customers: Hamburg, Hannover, then Frankfurt, Erfurt, and then Nuremberg, and then Munich. Okay, can you see these 10 customers here? Got it? Easy. Suppose I want to create another customer, how do I do that? Add. You can add from here, or you can select this icon and you can go there. Okay. Now you want to see the first parameters. 10 customers are there. You can check the locations, latitude and longitude. How do I do that? In the search bar, go to the locations. You can find the latitude and longitude. Then next is DCs and factories. Why there is no DCs and factories here? We are trying to find out the new location. So we are not considering any existing. Suppose I am considering existing. What do you call it as? Brownfield analysis. Suppose there are already 2 DCs and you are adding new DC, that is brownfield. But here nothing is there, only customers are there. We know their demand, we know the different distances between each the pair, and we want to find out the best location for DC considering the center of gravity method. Any doubts? Next one is the demand. So this is demand, we already discussed. 10 customers. Suppose I want to add you can add the customer from here as well. You can remove it, you can generate customer. Product is already defined. So you can search here product. Product, we define water and the unit is meter cubic. Okay, so in the basic, customers 10, demands 10. So 10 customers, 10 product, 10 demand type is periodic demand, and this is the quantity, this is the parameter, sorry. What is happening? Okay, order interval is same for each customer, and this is the quantity. Can you see? Quantity is different for each customer. So say for example, Hamburg customer is ordering 10 water bottle or whatever it may be in every 5 days. Say for example, Frankfurt customer is ordering 10 products again in 5 days time period. So interval is same, but the quantity is different. And then all periods. Then period is we are running the for 1 year. This is for 2016 because it was developed at that time. But if you want to run it for the current case, you can go here and you can change the your year. But for the time being, I am keeping it same. Demand coefficient 1 only. Products 1 done. So in use we have got 6. Can you see in the bracket 6 tables are there. 6 means 6 tables. Okay, customers, demand, groups, and we group the customers here. Can you see customers? This is the name of the group, and we grouped all the 10 customers in a one group. Why? Because it is easy to connect the your potential DC to the all customers. We don't need to individually connect it. We can jointly connect it. That's why. Then locations, you can see the latitude and longitude, periods. Okay, then now I want to check first whether my data is consistent or not, if there is any problem in the data. Can you see this top left corner check button? Click on that check. What does it show? Valid. It means that there is no problem with your data. Now what is the next step? GFA experiment. Okay, so in the GFA experiment, what it will you can see this button, run the model. You can see the setting. So let me see the setting first. All periods, we are running the model for all periods, analyzed by number of site. What was our first question? We want to find out the location for what? We want to find out the location for 1 DC. So that's why I am saying number of sites. I want 1 DC. I don't want 2, 3, 4 DC. Second option was to that maximum service distance. Our first option is we want to locate 1 DC. So number of DC 1, and this is a cost. Supplier to site transportation, from supplier to that potential DC, the transportation cost is 50%, whatever the, and distance step for stats is 100. So I will tell you, when you see the results, it will show you 100. Product statistics unit is meter cubic, and distance statistics unit is kilometer. So if you look at the product table, the product was water and the unit is meter cubic. Suppose if you define the different unit there, and if you define the different unit here, it will show you the error. So make sure that, suppose you are saying the unit there pieces or ton, and you are using meter cubic here, you need to convert it. You need to convert that pieces ton into the meter cubic, and then only it will run. Otherwise it will show you the error. Then new site location, it will show you in the this red icon. So now let's run the model. Done. I forgot to tell you one thing. So before that, you need to see the KPIs dashboard. So let me close this one. So can you see this bottom left corner pages? Click on this plus button. This is the place where you create your dashboard. KPIs, statistics. You want to see financial performance, you want to see operational performance. What do you want to see? I want to see the cost, profit. So here is the option. You can say add new chart. Go to this add new chart. It will ask you, what do you want to create? I am saying new chart. I want to add statistics. When you say add statistics, it will show you, do you want to create the financial KPIs? So you can select financial. Do you want to create the distance, or do you want to create products? I want to say flow cost estimation. I want to find out the how much flow is there between DC and your customers. Then I want to see the distance as well, and then I want to see the flow as well. So for example, for the time being, I am saying only the finances. One is selected. I am doing add. As soon as you clicked on the add, it will ask you in which format do you want that KPI. Do you want in the tabular format? Do you want in the chart format, or histogram, or bar? So I am saying I want in the tabular format. So I am saying table. Then it will ask you, do you want daily or accumulated? What is this daily or accumulated? We are running the model for 1 year. So do you want this flow daily, or do you want the at the end? So that's the your data. Then you can adjust the statistics. You can select per entity, or you can select the period wise or product wise, all those. For the simplicity, I am keeping it daily and accumulated. As soon as you click on, you can show you This is the flow cost estimation. This is the total cost, you can say, by multiplying the quantity moved and the distance. This is the flow cost estimation, 1.59 meter cubic into kilometer. This is the one. Now similarly, suppose if you want to add the distances, add the another table, go to the add new chart, select the statistics, see the distance, click on the distance, and this time I want the line chart. So this is the line chart. This is the total distance covered. You can see to transfer the products from that potential DC to the your all the customers. You can see the flow cost estimation here on the top, distance, flow. Similarly, you can add the additional the KPIs there. Now tell me the new latitude and longitude of new potential DC. Tell me, where have you located the DC? Tell me, what is the latitude and longitude of new DC? Have you got this DC? Where do I find it? Can you see this second table, new sites? New sites, go here, and this is the latitude and longitude of this GFA DC.
Consider the road transportation or what the normal coordinates or what it is giving the centroid only na.
Yeah, that's really important. So greenfield analysis, it doesn't consider the exact locations. Basically, it will ask, it can suggest to locate the DC on a mountain, in a sea, or anywhere on a building. Okay, it will show you. Then what is the other options? Let me show you. Can you see this GFA with roads? This the second option with the roads experiment. It is not highlighted. Why? This is not available option in the personal learning edition. When you have got the academic license, it the same model you run here, and then it will adjust the location as per the exact situation, whether road is there or not. But currently, because it shows, it will ask you, it can suggest locate the in a DC on a factory, on a building, or in a sea, or a forest, something like that. So that's the only the the issue with the GFA. But overall it will tell you the locations. But if you want the exact road and all those things, you need to run with the second one that's available in the academic license. Okay, so then let me see here, GFA. Okay, this is my result. Okay, and let me see the connection now. Can you see the connection now? This is your DC and this is your connection. These are the straight locations. Why? Straight connections. But we have got some, when you do with the road, then it will tell you the exact zigzag route. All clear? Okay. Can you see this button here? Show straight connections, hide connection, right hand side. Now, what is the second activity? Service distance. Now do it. You know the model. Now I don't want to restrict that DC to 1. What is my criteria now? The maximum distance between DC, potential DC, and the customer should not go beyond the 300 kilometers. Now do it. imported that Excel file, or have you converted this one? Converted this one. Okay. How did you convert it? Setting, convert. I am saying GFA2. I don't want the existing results. If you want existing results, you can do it. Okay. Then network. Okay. Done. Can you see this second one? Okay. So now again you go here. GFA experiments, setting. What is my criteria now? Service distance. How much do I want? 300 kilometer. Rest of the things will remain same. Okay. Then check and then run it. So how many DCs we have located now? 2 DCs. I want to see the connections now. Can you see this connection? So this is the connection, and what is the difference now? Tell me the difference in the KPIs. What happened? Whether cost increased or decreased? How much? So this is a flow cost estimation in our second case, 1.15 million. In initial case it was around 1.59 million. Okay. So now in the when you locate the 2 DCs, that is beneficial for you. Why? Because your cost went down by 27%, almost 28%. This is the distance as well, 27%, and the flow as well. So there is one another 2 tables here, guys. Distance by demand and demand by distance. What does it show? Distance by demand, if you look at here, distance by demand, it shows the distance from your DC to all the customers, means how much distance you need to travel to cover the demand. For example, if you want to cover the 10% of the demand of all the demands from the customer, you need to travel 1 kilometer distance to site. From one distance to site, demand is 300. So similarly you can see, when you want to satisfy the 100% demand, so the maximum distance you want to travel is 257. And what is our criteria? 300. So means within that 300 range we are able to satisfy the 100% customers demand. This is the distance by demand. Next is the demand by distance. Again similar kind of thing, but it will tell you the how much basically, suppose distance. So if you want to cover the distance, for example, when you travel 100%, how much demand in percentage you can satisfy. So in order to